Hey guys, how's it going today? We're going to customize this Damascus steel knife for our friend Marler Mining. He sent us some awesome agates the other day. In return for these amazing stones, we're going to do some handles out of these agates here. A tube agate that my wife has started calling banana agate. Marler dug this agate himself. So if you're interested in some amazing agates like this, his Instagram will be in the description. So without further ado, let's get into this. To start, we have our knife and our stone, but we also need some liners that I have right here. The liners will help the stone fit the knife better, but also help the stone handle a little more of a beating as the knife is being used. It gives it a little more cushion so it can withstand some shock. The next steps after that is we will trace out the liners for the knife. Now we already have the liners traced out here, but as you can see, it's a pretty good fit. And we're going to have this left bare up here because I kind of like the way that looks. And I think it'll probably feel more comfortable on his hand with it like that. So with that done, the next thing we can do is we can trace the pattern onto the stone and onto the liners and then go cut them out. So let's go ahead and do that. So before we put the pattern on the stone, we need to pick out what side of the stone we really want to do. I kind of like this side just because of all the crazy cool patterns, and then you got some of that black in there with that yellow and white. It's going to look really cool. But we also have it on this side, and this side's a little more flush. So I'm kind of going towards this side, to be honest. But we really have to make a good solid decision on this before continuing. This side does have that little druzy pocket in there. I don't know if you can kind of see it or not. I'd hate to leave that into the knife because it's going to feel uncomfortable in his hand. So I think we're going to go with this side. So let's go ahead and put that on there like that. We're just going to trace it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that all of the trace does fit onto the stone. That way you don't cut it short. We can have more, but we can't have less, if that makes sense. So we're going to trace that out right there. And then we're going to trace that out right there. See. And whenever we do this, we're going to make sure they're lined up onto the knife. All right. And just to show you that they are equal size. See? So, with them sitting there, they should sit just perfectly across from each other. So we got that. Now we need to do the liner. So we're going to move this over here and move this liner up here. And we're just going to go ahead. It doesn't have to be exact. It can be bigger, and you kind of want bigger so that way you can have a lot more to work with, just in case there's a screw up, anything like that. People, when they get a knife from me, they want quality, you know. So if somebody goes, well, you might be wasting all of your liner, maybe, but I might also be making a customer happy. So we're going to just go with the fact that we're going to give more in hopes of doing a better job. And if you're anything like me, you kind of get a little paranoid that you want to do the best job possible. So now that we got everything traced out on our stone and on our liners here, is that we're going to go outside and we're going to cut them out. I will show you this real quick. This is a little thing that's helped me out a lot. And we could do it even with this. Place this here. And just run your marker along this. And that kind of tells you where to cut in the middle to try to get as best a straight line as possible. Also, so you do not lose any stone. You know, we definitely don't want to lose a lot of stone. So there you go. So you're keeping all this and you're keeping all this. So it works out pretty good that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to head out there and we're going to start cutting. See you there. Ooh, that's cool. So we got the stones cut out as well as the liners cut out, as you can see. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to do a filing on the back of the knife to give it a pattern along the spine. Then after that, we're going to make sure the stone is flat. That means we will be flattening it out on the flat lap so it sits flush on the liner and the knife. Then we will glue the liner and stone together. Remember, we want a tight professional fit. One, we will glue the liner and stone to the knife. I will not be showing the filing part because I like to kind of sit back and watch documentaries and things like that while I do that. So, but everything else we'll kind of give you a sneak peek on, and we'll see you when that's all done. So we got the template here for our liner and then our stone for our gemstone handle. That side is going to be amazing. I'm just really looking forward to that. So we got our templates here. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of flatten this out. Take all this off as best we can. Get it to match up with that as best as we can. Right? Without going past it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to polish that front side like this. We're going to polish that front side like that. So that way it looks good all the way around. And then this back side here, we're going to make sure that's nice and flat so it sits real flush. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Make sure to put your mask on. It's very important. You don't want to die early.
So it looks like it's pretty flush up top the way I wanted it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bottom piece here and I'm going to sand it down real smooth.
Alright, so now we're set up at the Cab King. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut and clean up these front parts here, make them nice and polished and shiny and look pretty. That's because once they're on the knife, it's really hard to get to them and to make them look nice without messing up the knife. So it's best to just go ahead and get that out of the way since it won't be touched again after it's done.
Now we'll move to the next set of wheels. Alright. So 10 more wheels left and then that pad. Alright. We're starting to polish up nice and pretty. We got to take Marler Mining. I believe I'm saying that right. For the rough he sent us, because it's really good stuff. And I'm really happy with it. Next we're going to do cerium oxide. Alright, so now that they're looking pretty good, we're going to cerium oxide them. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? We're going to cerium oxide them and get them to a mirror shine. Got to wet this cerium oxide. Alright, almost like toothpaste, like consistency. Everything's looking good. Alright. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wet this wheel here. It's a felt pad. Alright.
We're back now with the knife, liner, and stone, all glued together with epoxy 330. We're going to take it out to the shop and form and polish the stone on the Cab King. Once we're done with that, we will buff out the spine of the knife to make it shine. Then we will see the final reveal. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take this blade here and we're going to kind of get any of this little rust or anything like this off of it. We're going to get it cleaned up some, and then we're going to put it in coffee and let it sit overnight, so that way it gets its definition back. So we'll see you whenever that's done. Alright guys, before I do the final reveal, I want y'all to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more gemstones, jewelry, and knife customs. Guys, the knife turned out to be great, and here it is. I mean, with that filing, the liner, and the stone itself with this Damascus steel, it's really a beautiful knife. I'm super excited for him to see it. I was really happy with how this knife turned out and how everything fits together. I hope Marler Mining likes his custom knife as much as we like his agates. The guy does not mess with his material, and now he's got a knife to match that. We hope you enjoyed the video today, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Take care.